This is Tim Bryce with my column entitled Computer Printers. In my 30-plus years in the systems industry, I have seen a lot of computer printers. Everything from high-speed line printers that print 132 characters per line, to the early laser printers and plotters, to today's consumer dot matrix printers. I even have some of the original print wheels from the first high-speed printer for the UNIVAC 1. They're over 50 years old, and I'm sure they're worth something, but I digress. What bugs me, though, are today's consumer printers, which can be unusually inexpensive. So much so, the ink cartridges for them are almost as expensive as the whole printer, which turns the printers into disposable commodities. It's no small wonder that our garbage dumps are filling up with printers as people change printers more frequently than years ago. This implies the real money is not in the printers themselves, but in the ink cartridges, which bears a hefty price tag for replacements, be it new or recycled, which to me seems odd as ink should be relatively cheap. Then again, I suspect the manufacturers of such products probably have a better grasp of marketing than I do. As a consumer, though, I object to paying $25 to $35 for a lousy little black ink cartridge, which lasts no more than a month, and much more for color. I generally don't have much of a problem installing printers. Then again, I have a bit more experience than most people. To the novice consumer, though, installing a printer can be a very traumatic experience, primarily because the software is designed by programmer geeks who haven't got a clue what user-friendly means. Some of the common mistakes I've seen include installing a cartridge without first removing the tiny plastic strip under it, trying to insert the cartridge backwards or upside down, inserting the black cartridge into the color cartridge position and vice versa, and plugging the printer cables into the wrong sockets. For Wi-Fi printers, trying to get them to communicate with your network. Better yet, if something crashes, re-establishing the connection can be a painful experience, even for me. My personal favorite, though, is fighting with the printer to get the cartridges to reveal themselves in order to change them. You know, watching the cartridges as they zip from side to side in the printer, thereby keeping them out of the person's reach, kind of like a game of tag. Then there are the printers that talk to you, such as "printing started" and "printing complete." Then it begins to get insolent with you when something goes awry. "Please fill paper into the auto sheet feeder," or "your ink is low, time to replace the cartridge." These statements are all based on small sound bites that are assembled and broadcast as required. Interestingly, one of my computers suffered a crash which distorted the sequence of the sound bites. Now I get things like "problem started" and "please fill your ink to the auto sheet feeder and replace the cartridge with paper." Frankly, if I'm going to be insulted in this manner, they could at least do it with a sexy voice. The geeks may think this is funny. The rest of us do not. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com. That's Bryce with a Y.